And I'm assuming we have another round of high heat.
They extended the heat warning through today because the temperatures will once again be in the low to middle 1 teens. A touch of humidity out there today, so not the greatest conditions. We will have lots of sunshine though. But the good news is the numbers are going to back off.
Okay, can't wait to hear about that.
I'll tell you about it.
Okay, thanks,
this
Jerry.
half hour.
Thanks. Our top story this morning, a 49-year-old man died in Indio yesterday after being hit by a train. The Indio Police Department says Jose Arroyo was hit around 2 in the morning Tuesday on the tracks near Indio Boulevard and Hoover Avenue. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The Union Pacific Railroad Police are now investigating that incident. 3 hikers were rescued by helicopter yesterday after suffering heat-related ailments near Thermal. The Riverside County Fire Department says it happened just before 2 in the afternoon at Painted Canyon Trail off Painted Canyon Road. One hiker had moderate injuries and was taken to the hospital by ambulance after being airlifted from the area. The other 2 declined medical treatment. Health experts say heat-related illnesses can rise sharply in extreme heat. That means conditions will be dangerous for anyone without proper hydration or cooling. They advise that you drink plenty of fluids, stay in air-conditioned spaces, and avoid direct sun exposure. You can check in on family and neighbors and never leave children or pets in a parked car. Interiors can become deadly within minutes. We have an extreme heat warning today. Meteorologist Jerry Steffen, as he mentioned a moment ago, will have more on that coming up. Excessive heat warnings are nothing new to residents here in the Coachella Valley, but for most farm workers, going inside and not working during rough, hot conditions is not an option. TODEC, which is a nonprofit legal center here in the Coachella Valley, has been going to different fields and handing out water, the correct clothing, and hats to help protect workers from the sun. We spoke to one TODEC official who says the program called Harvesting Prevention is all about education.
We always like to remind farm workers and anybody working outside to get as much shade as possible, stay cool, look for signs of any maybe heat stroke, heat exhaustion. We've been having our focus groups to help community members to learn how to prevent heat exhaustion with having resources available for them. Making sure they drink water, making sure they're wearing the proper clothes, making sure their workplaces also provide those resources for them.
TODEC is also making sure workers know their rights, whether that's knowing what breaks they should be getting throughout the day or knowing what items they should be provided from their employer. TODEC also offers helpful advice for farm workers on their website. You can find the link on our website at NBCPalmSprings.com. Last year, around $700 million was lost by seniors because of scams. To help keep the public informed, Assemblymember Greg Wallace will host a senior scam awareness seminar today. It's at 9 this morning if you'd like to attend at the Palm Desert Community Center. Local experts, law enforcement, and consumer protection agencies will be on site to help you identify scams ranging from identity theft to Medicare fraud. Construction jobs make up a significant portion of the workforce here in the Coachella Valley. That's why local youth are being introduced to the profession to help broaden their horizons. Our NBC Palm Springs' Kaylee Robinson reports.
The Boys and Girls Club of Coachella Valley partnered with local businesses today to help introduce children to the tools and basics of the construction industry. Quentin Eggson, the president and CEO of the Boys and Girls Club, explains his excitement for the team-up.
It's magical. It's a great day for them. It's a great day for the volunteers. It's a great day for Boys and Girls Clubs. This is what we're about, building kids and having them build things and just building relationships.
Quentin believes this collaboration is a part of an instrumental step into preparing students to think about their future careers.
They're learning something, and that's the most important thing, right, is they're taking something away, not just something tangible in a house, but they're taking away knowledge. And with knowledge, if they apply that, they can go a long way.
Experts from these fields worked with kids to build birdhouses and cornhole sets, some using real power tools. And Gretchen Gutierrez explains how knowledgeable this can be.
You know, there's a lot of kids in this room that have not ever used a tool in their life, much less a screwdriver. So they're getting to learn how to use drills and screwdrivers and how to work together on a construction project.
Boys and Girls Club today, future builders tomorrow. I'm Kaylee Robinson, NBC Palm Springs.
And let's head back outside and take a live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. As Jerry mentioned, it's going to be another hot one out there.
Yeah, temps will be easily above 110 this afternoon. 85 degrees at Palm Springs, winds calm, 38% relative humidity. That's on the west end of the valley, a little stickier on the southeast end, beginning with 69% relative humidity. Yeah, touchy humidity by the middle of the afternoon, 68 degrees currently at thermal. Temps include 75 degrees at Joshua Tree, 78, 29 Palms, 86 Desert Hot Springs, 85 at Indio, 82 Coachella, 79 Palm Desert, 70 degrees at Cabazon to begin our day. Radar. Yeah, nothing happening over Southern California. Nothing but clear skies, sunshine this afternoon, and above normal numbers. 111 to 115, that'll be a range of highs. Again, we should be just under 110. Still hot for us in the valley. Onshore winds a little breezy late in the afternoon. Dew points begin in the upper 50s today in Palm Springs and then drop to the lower 50s by the middle of the afternoon. So like I said, a touch of humidity out there this afternoon to go with these numbers. 114 in Palm Springs. 111 Indio, 114 Rancho Mirage, La Quinta, 113 this afternoon, 109 at Desert Hot Springs. So the extreme heat warning extended through tonight. After that, the numbers do back off a little bit, but that extreme heat warning includes the valley, San Gorgonio Pass, and parts of the high desert as well. Comfort Air 3-day, yeah, 110, a little closer to normal on Thursday with plenty of sunshine. 107, that'll be this coming Friday. And the numbers go down for the weekend, too. I'll have those numbers and more. 7-day on the way.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Well, it's NBC's Clear the Shelter Week this week. It's part of a nationwide movement by NBC at large to find animals loving homes. But as we help those animals, it's also a time to highlight the struggles animal shelters face, like the ever-rising cost of taking care of the animals. NBC's Julie Kay reports.
Melissa Nicely is used to this sound, but this year it sounds more like an alarm.
Across the country, shelters and rescues are critically full.
Nicely has worked for Charlotte Mecklenburg Animal Care and Control for more than a decade. They started to see gradual price increases a few years ago, but this budget cycle,
It was kind of a perfect storm this year.
a much steeper climb. A recent report from the U.S. International Trade Commission found animal food ingredients in the U.S. are primarily sourced from China. Right now, that tariff rate is at 30%, but could go up to 145% if the current truce doesn't hold when it expires in November. It's not just food. Nicely says even veterinary services like vaccines have skyrocketed in price.
Look at different vendor options and things, but it does make you think about alternative funding.
That means they've started shifting what they ask for and how, focusing now on pushing their Amazon wish list. But above all, Nicely says the biggest help
That's going to steal your heart.
is adoption.
They're going to give back to you tenfold what you gave to them.
And that was Julie Kay reporting. Well, here locally at NBC Palm Springs, we're partnering with the Palm Springs Animal Shelter for their Clear the Shelters event this weekend. August 16th through the 17th, adoption fees will be waived at the shelter. That's this Saturday and Sunday. It's all thanks to the generous and loving donations from all of you in the community this year. For our part, we will be live all week long and weekend introducing you to the wonderful animals available at the shelter. Our Tiani Jadling will be out there today live on our midday news at 11, so be sure to stay tuned. The Palm Springs Animal Shelter is open 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. today off East Mesquite Avenue in Palm Springs, just east of Demuth Park. And Saturday, they're open an hour early for their adoption event. They'll be open from 10 to 5 and Sunday from 11 to 5. It's time now for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley and you guess where it is. So let me show you the photo. Take a good look. Have you been here? You'll have some time to think about it. We're going to reveal our special location at the end of our broadcast. I'll give you a small little hint before we get there. Coming up next on your morning news, Starkey Sowers joins us to talk about how to boost your energy naturally. That's coming up next. But first, we're going to head outside and take a live look at your Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. The skies around the mountains here are a little hazy this morning. Jerry's going to break down your full forecast for today and what's ahead this week. Straight ahead.
say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 6.
Wellness Wednesday is sponsored by Clark's Nutrition Natural Foods Market. Live better, we can help.
Are you feeling foggy, sluggish, or just not as sharp as you'd like? Well, you're not alone. And the good news is there are some simple ways to boost your mental alertness and stay focused throughout the day. Starkey Sowers is here to share some practical tips to help clear your brain fog and keep your mind sharp, energized, and ready for anything. Starkey, I need this.
We all need a touch of this, right?
Because I don't drink caffeine.
Neither do I. I can't do caffeine.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I chatter all night long, can't sleep, the whole 10 yards.
I interviewed a doctor once that said, as you get older, even if you drink caffeine in the morning, you're still up at night.
As it tends to be, for sure.
Yeah, because it's in your body. So I'm always looking for something when I'm extra tired to get me back up.
Get you back to the normalcy.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you
suggesting? This one has a real interesting story.
Okay, tell me.
So my mom had Alzheimer's for 17 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So and she passed away with it. So in the midst of that, one of my buddies owned a supplement company. So Darren owned this company, so-called Life Seasons. And so we talked about Alzheimer's, things of that nature. He was working with a doctor that wrote a book called The End of Alzheimer's.
Really?
And he actually had shown statistically he was able in certain situations, and still to this day, to be able to reverse Alzheimer's in certain patients. 100,000 people have used it to date.
Really?
With clinical studies.
So this is just say one a day?
It's 2 a day.
2 a day.
Okay, so here's the deal, though.
Mental performance.
You go to their...
And neuroprotection.
You go to NeuroQ, Know Your Score, online.
Okay.
You take a test. You take this for 3 months, you come back and take the test again. I guarantee your mental alertness and mental cognition is going to be improved. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Right?
Dr. Dale Bredinson.
Right.
Okay. Good to know.
There's some people that just need to calm the brain down, because when they calm the brain down, then they're more productive.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
So
I like to calm the brain down when I get home, so I'm not so go, 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 do, do, do.
Right.
I like to be just present for my family.
This might be your moment.
Okay. So tell me about that.
It has some amino acids in it, like GABA, as well as theanine. So relaxed, focus, so you're able to learn. At the same time, you're able to be in a situation where you're not just chattering. So this one has some fun stuff.
Calm thinking. Ooh,
Yes.
I like the title of that. Calm thinking.
And by the way, that's a gummy.
And wait, is this not the same company?
Same company.
Oh, it is the same company.
Same company.
Oh, that's
across
great.
the board today, with exception
Stress
of the
relief gummy. That's great. But it's not going to completely just,
No.
you're not going to be zoned out.
So watch what he did.
Okay.
He used with this, he used ashwagandha, so which is a balancing herb. Okay. Then he put in as well some lemon balm, hopefully, and chamomile and lemon balm. And so those are the ones that really kind of calm me down.
Got it.
But chamomile, believe it or not, is great for concentration and memory.
I didn't know that.
It's awesome for that because it connects the brain and the head together, and it kind of balances them out, making
Okay.
it a
Oh,
perfect
great.
formula.
Well, that's great.
But then there's other people that just need, like, for lack of better terms, like a more mental focus. So
Okay.
this one's really interesting. They call this smart thinking. This one has bacopa in it.
Bacopa.
So Bacopa is another Ayurvedic herb. When you use Bacopa, you're very serene, you're very focused.
So the Bacopa that you take is just straight Bacopa?
Yeah, I use Scott's. I use that one right there.
It's just straight up
that's
habit.
actually probably my
And then
bottle.
this has, it's a tea
So
version.
yeah, so this is different. So that's holy basil. So these are for the people that have too much energy. They want to calm down and relax and chill.
All right.
Mind you, what you could do is they have one that has black tea with it. So that one's going to make you feel kind of chirpy.
Yeah, a little picky
Yeah,
up.
a little chirpy and picky up. Then this one, this has the ashwagandha as well as the holy basil.
Wow, Starkey, I always learn so much from you. And I know all of our viewers at home do too, so thank you.
This is a fun company too.
Yeah.
They really stretch themselves and put themselves out there.
It seems like they have, and
done a great job.
and it's great because addressing dementia and Alzheimer's, that's a tough one. So it's nice that they've
ventured into that.
Yeah, they ventured it. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Good
You're
to see
welcome.
you
Thank
as
you.
always.
Yes.
And we'll be right back.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Oh, welcome back. Now, most of the Valley gearing up for week 0 in the high school football season, but that's not the case for the La Quinta Blackhawks. Coach Ruiz keeping it old school and officially beginning their season against Yucca Valley on August 29th, which is the traditional week 1. Now, the Blackhawks, on the heels of a 7-4 overall record last year, they were 3-2 in league. They're all business as they prepare for the season ahead. They're going to do it this year after graduating a staggering 22 seniors from last year's roster. Coach Ruiz, though, he's looking forward to a new season with this group.
Our defense as a whole, I think our defense as a whole, they're showing some good stuff. We're not going to be the biggest football team out there. We won't pass the eye test, and I'm okay with that. But we're seeing some good things out of our defense as a whole. I really think they're playing more as a unit. Defense wins championships, and that's what I think. We're going to see our defense step up. We're also going to see our O-line as a whole, as a unit, also grow as we work through this. I just think as a unit, we're growing up both on the defensive side of the ball and on the offensive line. We're just out here busting our tails, and we all have the same goals, which is to win a league championship. So we just got to do the little things to be able to do that.
The defense will be the main anchor. You hear Coach talk about it. It has been the talk around the Valley. Captain Tristan Salas knows the team has what it takes.
Well, I definitely think this year we got a different energy, and it's showing in practice. Like, everyone really wants it, and we're definitely going to bring it come game time. Our defense is definitely moving. We're all sides of the ball. Both sides of the ball, but our defense really wants it. They're really going to 11 hats to the ball.
Salas, the only returner on the offensive line, will also play on the other side at defensive end. Again, La Quinta opens up against Yucca Valley on the 29th. Now, as we continue our coverage all week long around the Coachella Valley, we'll premiere our season preview show this week. That's going to happen on our website at NBCPalmSprings.com. You'll head there, click on the Friday Night Lights tab, and the shows will be released Friday nights, Saturday mornings, again on NBCPalmSprings.com. That'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
Yeah, it was hot over the past couple of days, and yeah, it's going to be hot again today. Clear skies, Agua Caliente Casino Cam. Yesterday, we had 115 in Palm Springs over the 109-degree normal, and we're going to be above 110 again today. 75 degrees at Yucca Valley, 86,000 Palms, a sunny 85 at the airport, 63 degrees at Banning right now. Winds under 10 miles an hour. They will pick up. A little breezy late in the day. Nothing's changed in that department. That happens this time of year. We got that hot air rises, and then onshore winds begin to fill the gap. Anyway, radar, not much going on over the southwest. Matter of fact, widening out the picture, including several states, not seeing anything there. If you look to Texas, you may see a few echoes on the very bottom right of your screen. That's about it. Nothing really going to happen today except for the heat. We're going to see mostly clear skies as we do right now. Toro Peak Cam looking to the north, a little bit of a haze. Yesterday, most of that is cleared out. So high pressure still with us, although waning a little bit. 111 to 115 puts us again several degrees above normal. Still hot for us. Onshore winds do pick up. No rain for Southern California. Specifically, 114 in Palm Springs, 2 away from a record of 116 set back in 2020. 113 Cathedral City and La Quinta, 114 Rancho Mirage. Desert Hot Springs 109, Cabazon 104 today. So that extreme heat warning we had last week, still here. They extended it through today. Does include the Coachella Valley, San Gorgonio Pass, parts of the high desert, and we're not the only ones that goes up to Nevada and parts of Arizona. So we're not the only ones suffering from the heat. 82 degrees, the overnight low tonight for Palm Springs, 80 Indio under clear skies this evening. Tomorrow, yes, a couple degrees above normal, but the numbers do come down a little bit. 109 to 113 again, total sunshine for the valley. A touch of humidity with us. 110, that'll be tomorrow in Palm Springs, 112 Palm Desert. And then kind of closer to normal, maybe slightly below that. 107 Friday under sunshine for Palm Springs, 105 at Palm Desert. Now winds, like they have been over the past couple of days, will pick up out of the west, and then we'll see some gusty winds around the San Gorgonio Pass, Desert Hot Springs today, tomorrow, somewhat Friday. And again on Saturday, surface moisture, like I said, a touch of humidity out there. Middle of the day, relative humidity around 20%. A little higher on the southeast end, but that dries out slightly as we move into Friday and Saturday. Erin is our named storm in the North Atlantic. Quick update on that system. Hasn't changed much since yesterday. A tropical storm right now at 45-mile-an-hour winds, moving its way to the west, primarily west-northwest, will become a major Category 3 hurricane north of Puerto Rico. That'll be this weekend. Now, as far as the extended forecast for Erin, you can see it moving to the west. As it approaches Puerto Rico, it begins to turn its way to the northwest, then eventually to the north. And the long-range forecast has it curving around the western perimeter of a high-pressure center and right now stays away from the states. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 114 today, 110 tomorrow, 107 Friday, then a bunch of 105s beginning Saturday.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
These are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating. And we couldn't agree more.
Brought to you by One Coachella Valley, hashtag holiday calendar and pop quiz. Got a couple questions loosely related to one of the days that are happening on Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. It's National Filet Mignon Day today. A specially cut of beef, a filet mignon is a steak taken from the smaller end of the tenderloin of the beef carcass. Does that sound good?
It does sound good. I know you don't eat it, but once in a while I'll have a little one.
Okay, that's fine, yeah. National Prosecco Day is today. What's that?
Ooh, delicious is what it is.
Yeah?
It's great with a mimosa.
Okay,
Throw a
oh, it
little
is.
Prosecco
Is
in
that
there.
the mimosa wine?
No, well, you can do any champagne,
Oh, okay.
but, you know, champagne I feel should be drank by itself.
It's-
But
yeah, I'm not a
Prosecco's
big
good.
wine person. I had to look it up. It's a bubbly, sparkling wine made from a variety of grapes.
Yeah, it's so
And primarily from Italy. World Calligraphy Day is today, the second Wednesday in August. Calligraphy is ancient Greek for beautiful writing. Yes, calligraphy is an art form. There you go. Do you have good penmanship? Can
I
you?
used to.
Oh, yeah?
But
What happened?
now with typing and
Oh, okay.
texting, and
Yeah.
kind of not as good.
International Left-Handers Day is today. If you're a lefty, hey, it's your day today.
Wow.
Yes. It's 10% of the world are left-handers.
Didn't
My
know
dad,
that.
my dad was a baseball player, fast pitch softball. He played quite a bit, but he would throw right and bat left.
Really?
How's that, huh?
That's so
That's gotta be difficult. I
interesting,
tried it myself.
huh?
No, not going to happen. Anyway, left-handers, that's our key word in today's pop quiz. Astronaut Neil Armstrong will forever be known as the first man to set foot on the moon, although this astronaut is the second person to step on the lunar surface. He is the first left-handed astronaut to walk on the moon. Who are we talking about here? Which astronaut is this? Is it A, Alan Bean, B, Edwin Aldrin, or C, John Young? What
Jeez,
left-handed
I mean, this is a
astronaut?
pretty tough one.
Okay. Control room, your turn. Show me your letters. You got a B and a B and a B and one A in the back. Nicholas is A. He's the only one that says A. Yeah, it's B.
Yay!
Buzz Aldrin is the correct answer. First
Yay.
left-handed astronaut to set foot on the moon. Second left-hander question. Only two left-handed NFL quarterbacks have Super Bowl rings. Ken Stabler led the Oakland Raiders to a Super Bowl 11 championship in 1977. The other NFL Southpaw was awarded Super Bowl rings as a backup quarterback for Super Bowls 23 and 24, then as a starter in Super Bowl 29 in 95. Name this person. Is it
Wow.
A, Kurt Warner, B, Steve Young, or C, Troy Aikman?
Jeez,
Who could it be?
boy.
Which left-handed quarterback are we talking about here? Come on, think about it now. Nicholas is C. You got two B's up
gosh.
front.
Maybe, oh gosh, this is a tough one.
Gonna go
Maybe
with B?
Steve Young, yeah.
Steve Young. Yeah, we're talking about a backup quarterback
Oh.
to Joe Montana.
Yeah.
Steve Young is the
Jeez.
correct answer. He is
Boy, I
our
haven't thought
left-handed
about that for a
quarterback. Yes. Okay, lefties, today's all about you. Back in a bit with weather and news. Keep it here.
say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news. Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back on this Wednesday, August 13th. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. Jerry's going to have your forecast coming up in just a few minutes, but first a look at some of our top stories this morning. The city of Coachella celebrated the success of 90 local students who graduated from 2 business management programs this past Friday at UCR's Palm Desert campus. The free 6-week business readiness class and 14-week micro master of business administration program was offered both online and at the Coachella Library. It's funded by a $287,000 American Rescue Plant Act grant. The program gives students, business owners, and city staff the tools to start or grow a business and advance their careers. Graduates learn everything from financial management to competitive market analysis, gaining skills and connections to turn their entrepreneurial goals into reality. The 61st annual Palm Desert Golf Cart Parade is rolling back into town this year. It'll be Sunday, October 26th on El Paseo in Palm Desert. The theme this year is California Dreamin'. And if you want to take part in the festivities, you're in luck. Entries are open for the parade right now, from golf carts to classic cars, even marching bands and cheer groups. If you'd like to participate, we've got a link under our newsroom tab on our website at NBCPalmSprings.com. If you're looking for a way to get involved or give back to the community, this is something you'll want to hear. The shops at Palm Desert are hosting their very first nonprofit fair later this month, and everyone's invited. It's all happening in partnership with the YMCA and the Academy of Musical Performance on August 29th. You'll get the chance to connect with a variety of local organizations doing great work in the areas like animal welfare, health, food access, and family support. Whether they're looking to volunteer, donate, or just learn more, it's a great opportunity to make a difference. It's NBC's Clear the Shelters Week this week as part of a nationwide movement by NBC at large to find animals loving homes. Well, earlier in our broadcast, we talked about the rising cost of animal care. But in California and Los Angeles, shelters are also seeing a rise in people surrendering their pets. Reporter Veronica Miracle has that story.
What's this? You want some of this?
All of these dogs you're seeing now, just a short time ago, had loving homes, but every single one of them is now looking for a new family. Their original owners, they've been ordered to leave the country, deported in recent immigration raids. That's according to Christopher Valles, who's with the LA County Department of Animal Care and Control.
So Delilah and Kizzy, they're approximately 3-month-old kittens. Came to us by their owner who was in a position where they were being deported or self-deported.
Can you show them to us?
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
So cute. They look like little twins.
These kittens have already been adopted pending their spay surgeries and will both get a chance to have a life outside the shelter.
Since mid-June, 28 cats and dogs have been surrendered to LA County animal centers because their owners have had to self-deport or have been deported due to the recent ICE raids. Now, these animals, the majority of them have been adopted to new homes, but there is concern that more could be coming if more ICE raids continue to happen in the Southern California area.
This sweet dog is Oso. He's been at the Lancaster Animal Care Center for 2 months. He was one of the first dogs turned in by an owner due to sweeping ICE raids across Southern California. He's still available for adoption.
What are the stories that you're hearing from people when they come to surrender their animals?
They're only letting us know that they're leaving the country and they're in a position where they can't care for their animal anymore. We haven't had any situations where animals have been abandoned or left behind at a property or anything like that. So we're seeing responsible pet owners come in and letting us know what the reasons why they're surrendering their pet, and we're able to support them.
LA County officials started tracking the number of animals impacted by deportations so shelter staff could prepare for an influx of animals. That data will also help reunite the animals with their original owners if they ever come back and if the animals haven't been adopted.
And that was Veronica Miracle reporting. Well, here locally at NBC Palm Springs, we're partnering with the Palm Springs Animal Shelter for their Clear the Shelters event this weekend. This Saturday and Sunday, August 16th through the 17th, adoption fees will be completely waived at the shelter. It's all thanks to the generous and loving donations from all of you in the community this year. We'll be live all week and weekend at the shelter showcasing all the lovable pets available for adoption. Our Tiani Jadaling will be live at the shelter for our midday news today at 11. The Palm Springs Animal Shelter is open from 11 to 5 today off East Mesquite Avenue in Palm Springs, just east of Demuth Park if you'd like to go check out some of those loving pets. And Saturday, they're open an hour early for their adoption event. They'll be open from 10 to 5 and Sunday from 11 to 5. New drone technology is being tested in Huntington Beach to help cut police departments' response time. Michelle Gile has the story.
3 new police drones will be buzzing over Huntington Beach. Officials say the technology represents the next generation of crime fighters in Surf City. They'll be launched from remote docks spread out across town.
One of the drones will dock here on the roof of a fire station downtown. 2 others will be stationed near City Hall and Bellaterra Mall, close to the 405 freeway.
Unlike the drones that officers are currently using, these 4.5-pound flyers will be deployed remotely from police headquarters by a drone pilot like Detective Taylor Daverin. The idea is to get the drone to the call in under 2 minutes and start recording everything that's happening.
As a normal drone operator, we have to pull the car over, find a location, take the drone out of the vehicle, and then operate it from there. Here we have an operator this is their primary role. They're at the station, they're monitoring the radio calls, and they can self-dispatch to whatever they think the drone can be beneficial for.
As the drone hovers, key details will be radioed to responding units, such as a location, suspect description, any evidence spotted, or a getaway car. The drone is gathering intelligence as seen in this simulation of a man opening car doors and stealing people's belongings.
The officers that are responding will be able to know what they're going into. They'll know what the suspect is doing while the officers are on their way, and they can gauge their response and their tactics on the way to the call instead of getting to the call and then deciding what they're going to be facing when they get there.
Which Lieutenant Nesmith says keeps officers safer. The new drone program, costing about $500,000, will help police decide within minutes which calls require officers' assistance, and that maximizes, they say, manpower. Police made a point to say that officers will not be spying in backyards. It's not a surveillance program, rather one reacting to crime in the city. In Huntington Beach, Michelle Gile, KCAL News.
Anchorage, Alaska will host this week's highly anticipated meeting between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin. The meeting is planned for Friday. The 2 leaders will discuss Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the resulting war that has stretched into a 3rd year. Trump said on Monday that talks with Putin this week will instantly show whether the Kremlin leader is willing to make a deal. European leaders and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky reportedly plan to speak with Trump ahead of his summit with Putin. Trump has hardened his stance toward Moscow by agreeing to allow additional U.S. weapons to reach Ukraine and threatening tariffs against buyers of Russian oil. A new lower court ruling allows the Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE, to access potentially sensitive information on millions of Americans. The 2-1 vote from the 4th Circuit Court of Appeals, based in Virginia, grants access to data stored at various agencies, including the Treasury Department, Education Department, and the Office of Personnel Management. Earlier this year, the Supreme Court cleared the way for DOGE to access Social Security systems and halted a Maryland judge's preliminary injunction restricting access to information at the Social Security Administration. The White House is defending the president's move to take over law enforcement in the nation's capital. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest now from Washington.
A new site for tourists at some of Washington, D.C.'s most visited landmarks as hundreds of National Guard troops began deployments in the nation's capital overnight, joining D.C. police now under federal control for 30 days on orders from President Trump, who declared a public safety emergency.
We are removing as many criminals from the streets and we are cleaning up D.C. as best as we can.
The White House touting 23 arrests Monday night by federal agents from homicide to guns and drugs, also promising to remove homeless encampments and move people to shelters for services or to jail if they refuse.
These are pre-existing laws that are already on the books. They have not been enforced.
Protesters and critics in Congress slamming what they call a manufactured crisis and presidential overreach.
He's taking away checks and balances.
City leaders pointing to dropping violent crime stats over the past 2 years. The mayor meeting with the attorney general, promising to make the most of the surge in federal resources while criticizing what she called an authoritarian push.
We all need to do what we can in our space, in our lane, to protect our city and to protect our autonomy.
It all comes as the Trump administration is also focused overseas, preparing for Friday's summit in Alaska between President Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, which the White House now calls a listening session, confirming Ukrainian President Zelensky will not join, though he is speaking by phone today with President Trump and European allies, pushing for Ukraine to have a voice in ending the Russian assault. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
As college students prepare to leave the nest, stepping into independence and leaving family behind can be stressful, but parents can help set their children up for success. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more on what every young adult should know about before heading to college.
It's a new world full of independence and decision-making. For some college students, the transition isn't easy.
It's a new situation. There are new expectations. We might be in a new city where we don't know our resources. We might be away from our pediatrician for the first time and the doctor we've seen for potentially 18 straight years.
Dr. Zachary Bittinger with the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says parents can help prepare their children for decisions they may be faced with making by talking through the risks of substance abuse and sexual health.
Because the truth is, they'll make the decision that they want to, regardless of our advice. But we need to make sure that they understand the implications.
Bittinger says to also help them take control of their health by making sure they know their health history. If their past includes anxiety or depression or other mental health conditions, make sure there's a plan in place where they can get help if needed. Also, if the child takes medications, make sure they know how to get those prescriptions refilled. He says to also make sure they have contact information for a healthcare provider should they need one, and talk about the importance of taking care of basic health needs.
Things that we take for granted, like our diet, our exercise, our sleep, it all gets put under a microscope when it comes to college. So making sure that we talk about those things can hold everybody accountable.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Earlier, we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you the photo again and give you one more hint before we reveal the location at the end of our broadcast. So here's the photo. Here's the hint. You can find this location at a local hotel. Think about that. We'll tell you more about this location coming up later in our broadcast. But first, we're going to head back to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast.
Weather news. Well, the headlines today, excessive heat. Yeah, that warning has been extended through today as temperatures will be above normal. Plenty of sunshine the next few afternoons, but the good news is the temperatures do back off as we move into the weekend. Full forecast, all the numbers next.
say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Yeah, it's been hot over the past couple of days, and we got one more day of it before the numbers begin to retreat. Clear skies, Agua Caliente Casino Cam. Yesterday, we did hit 115, above normal. 109 is the normal high, and we're going to be in the low to middle 1-teens again today. Sorry about that. 74 degrees at Yucca Valley, 46 Big Bear, 68 Banning in the valley. Lots of 80s under sunshine. We do have light winds right now. They will pick up a little bit out of the west later today. More on that coming up. Radar looking for something happening over Southern California. Nothing at all. Looking for green specks. Not seeing any. Yeah, nothing in Southern California. Matter of fact, Four Corners States looks pretty dry, too, as far as rain. That'll change a little later on today. We are seeing the marine layer west of us to the coastline. Santa Monica Cam looking at clouds, looking down from the mountains at the clouds there. But clear skies over the valley. Toro Peak Cam looking to the north. Clear skies, a little bit of a haze out there, but not all that bad. 111 to 115. So another hot day today with above normal numbers. Onshore winds pick up a little bit. Yeah, still hot for us. 114, that'll be our forecast high for Palm Springs, 2 away from tying a record of 116 set back in 2020. Also today, 113 Cathedral City, Palm Desert, La Quinta, 114 Rancho Mirage. 104 Cabazon, 111.29 Palms. Keep in mind that extreme heat warning, which we're dealing with since last week, is still here. It also includes the San Gorgonio Pass parts of the high desert that expires tonight at 8 o'clock because the numbers do back off after that. And we're not the only ones with the heat. Yeah, extreme heat warnings up in Nevada and parts of Arizona as well. Overnight lows, pretty close to normal stuff. Clear skies, 82 degrees in Palm Springs, 83 tonight at Palm Desert. Tomorrow, that ridge of high pressure begins to flatten out, so the numbers come down by a little bit. 109 to 113. Again, totally clear skies, a touch of humidity out there. 110 Thursday for Palm Springs, 112 Palm Desert, and then we subtract a few more degrees, staying under 110 Friday afternoon. So the numbers are moving in the right direction. Downward. Winds will pick up each and every day out of the west. 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds late in the day. Whitewater, San Gorgonio Pass, Desert Hot Springs, even north of I-10 and wind-prone areas today and tomorrow. Strong breezes. So not really much happening in the wind department. As far as surface moisture, we're watching that because, well, we could see some stickiness a little bit. I mean, 20% relative humidity in the middle of the afternoon. Today, that backs off Friday and Saturday, dew points as well. Okay, Aaron, our latest named storm in the North Atlantic. By the way, the Pacific is quiet right now. Aaron is moving its way generally to the west, west-northwest, eventually strengthening right now about the same as it was yesterday at 45-mile-an-hour winds. But by this coming Saturday, it'll become a major Category 3 storm. And then it begins to curve around the western perimeter of a high-pressure center over the North Atlantic and eventually curves back out to sea. So right now, it looks pretty good. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 114 with that excessive heat warning, 110 tomorrow with sunshine. Then we see the numbers back off, slightly below normal this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, 105 both afternoons.
Coming up here on Today, our exclusive access to a really fun and important event. Olympic legend Michael Phelps teaching members of the Baltimore Ravens how to swim inside their unforgettable day in the pool and the lessons that a lot of people could benefit from when we see you this morning on Today.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Indio Movie Night just got sweeter this Thursday. Head to Center Stage off Miles Avenue for a special outdoor screening of The Sandlot. Gates open at 6:30. The movie starts at 7. The first 150 guests will get free Handel's ice cream, and the first 100 kids will score free burgers from Papa Heads. Our local entertainment contributor Todd Makovsky joins us this morning to shine a spotlight on a beloved Coachella Valley artist. Todd?
I'm a huge fan of my guest today. I first saw her as a contestant in the Revolution Stage Company's Cabaret Riot, where her performance blew everyone away. She's also a very talented set designer and scenic painter for the Revolution and for Palm Canyon Theater. And she is a Desert Theater League Award nominee for her prop work on Palm Canyon's My Fair Lady. Julianne Tracy, welcome to the show.
You flatter me, Todd.
Oh, no, it's easy to flatter you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Congratulations on the DTL Award nomination.
Thank you so much. And it's also a nomination for me and for my partner, Jackson. We worked together.
Okay.
And it was an incredible process.
So you are a performer as well as you work backstage on various productions?
Yes.
Which do you prefer?
Honestly, they use two different parts of my brain, and I would not feel complete if I didn't have both in my life.
Okay. I get that.
One is very visual and one is performance. So one feeds the attention, then one feels the maker in me.
So I want to talk to you about Cabaret Riot. You really did blow everyone away. In fact, when you were singing the song, you were painting a picture.
Yes, that was
finishing the hat.
Oh.
It was nothing I'd ever seen before on stage. So.
It was the perfect time to put the two halves of my brain together.
Congratulations on that.
Oh yeah.
And they've given you a show. We don't know the date of the show yet.
We do not know the date of the show yet. I think they're seeing the where the casting layout lies first. So
but it's going to be happening.
It's going to be happening at some point.
At some point. And you're also a teacher.
Yes.
Just found that out. You
Yes.
teach kids at Palm Canyon Theater their summer camp?
Yes, I teach dance at their kids camp, yes.
How many kids do you teach?
About 60 to 70 this year.
A lot of kids. I didn't even know there were that many kids in the Coachella Valley.
Turns out there are.
Wow. To find out more about Joy Ann Tracy and her upcoming show, Finding My Joy, go to Revolution Stage Company's website or follow Joy Ann Tracy on Instagram. And to see my full interview with Joy Ann Tracy, go to NBCPalmSprings.com, Desert Entertainment with Todd.
So nice to learn a little bit more about Joy Ann. We thank Todd for that. We're going to take a live look outside at your Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. It's going to be another hot day out in the valley. Jerry will have a quick recap of your forecast next, and we'll reveal our Where in the Valley special location. Stay right here.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more. NBC Palm Springs News.
It's time now to reveal our special location for our broadcast. Did you guess where this is? Well, this is Pins and Pints at the Westin in Rancho Mirage. The venue offers 4 lanes of duck pin bowling, draft beers, and brew pub cuisine. I've been there. It's really fun, especially if you've got kids and you need to do something indoors. You can bowl, and the parents can have an adult beverage and hang out. It's a really cool place.
That would be the pints.
That would be the pints part,
Okay,
yes.
I get it. I figured it out.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, forecast today. Yeah, another day of extreme heat. 114 for Palm Springs today, 113 La Quinta, 111 at Indio this afternoon. That extreme heat warning expires at 8 o'clock tonight because the numbers back off after that. 110 tomorrow, 107 on Friday. Moving into Saturday and Sunday, a high of 105. Yeah, we'll take that.
We'll have more news